I don't like leaks. I mean, they're like a worse green onion, right? What do you mean Nintendo got hacked? Again? Okay, we've had so many in the past few months. Okay, the Switch 2, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, the Pokemon one, and oh my god, dude, the Pokemon one's that's oof. It's hard being a Pokemon fan these days, though sometimes it's kind of cool. You know, sometimes. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode where I direct my rage at the internet for all to see, because I'm a bored high schooler with no life, not a single bit, not a single drop of life in me. Yeah, we're gonna be talking about the leaks. This video was spurned because of the Pokemon Terra leaks. This happened a few days ago, and I am extremely late to the party. So let's get into it. Okay, but let's take a step back. Let's take it back just for a second. So, leaks, right? They're a consistent thing in the gaming industry, or not even just the gaming industry. Okay, they're huge. They're everywhere. Okay, but let's look at some examples of leaks that have happened throughout the gaming industry's time. All right, let's look at Half-Life 2. This guy, right, some German dude, he loved Half-Life, and so he hacked Valve, and he found the sequel. He did. He was like, oh crap, they're working on the game. He leaked the game, and the entire project was leaked online. That's crazy, to be honest. Halo 2. I actually didn't know this one. I actually found this one out, but apparently they had a French copy leak out to the public before the game officially launched, which is insane. Like, how do you let? Of course it's French. Like, come on. Terraria. This game got leaked before it came out on 4chan, and Reddit had to rush the game development and publish the game before it actually got out of hand, and multiple leak copies were found out. And actually, that's how I found out about Terraria for the first time. So that's pretty cool. You know, I have some involvement in this, guys. I swear. I'm relevant. There's also a bunch of examples of data mining. For those who don't know, data mining is when people go into the game files, code, and see things they were not supposed to see. Usually this ends up being DLC content or future updates that are like fully implemented yet, or they're coming out soon, and they're just being tested within the game itself and not actually for the public yet. But these are remnants in code, and they're in the game. It's not like you're hacking another DOSing another like website. You're not, you know, you're not technically doing anything illegal, alright? Because if it's within your copy of the game, unless it's against terms of service to do so. But yes, this happens to basically any battle royale game. This has happened to every any online game that gets a continuous update. So that's basically every modern game. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate had this. Super Smash Bros. Has a huge repository of leaks in its name because the idea of the franchise is just so unique. These like random characters, you know, just like getting in, finding each other from like a random series. Like, dude, that's revolutionary. And of course, people want to see like who the DLC is adding into the game. Honestly, this list can go on and on. I can talk about data mining in Fortnite. Every season I hear about some leak or some spoiler that happened before the update even happens. I swear. I remember the Marvel and Star Wars one. I think, right, that was pretty big. I don't know when was that. I don't play Fortnite, so I actually don't know. But I think that was huge at some point. I don't know if I heard about it. It probably was huge. Okay. Now, I know at the beginning of the video I said I don't like leaks, and that's still true. I actually don't think leaks are entirely bad, but usually only when the developer knows how to use leaks to their advantage is when I think leaks can be decent. Developers can encrypt their files to avoid them getting out, and sometimes they can use decoy files to leak false information. Now, in Mortal Kombat 11, where NetherRealm wanted to release new fighters, but did not want the public to know, what did they do? They added characters that they weren't going to add, and make people believe that they were going to add Doom Guy, instead we just got the Joker. So I don't know, was it actually worth it? You want to build that false hype that you're adding Doom Guy, but instead you added the Joker? Really? Who cares about the Joker? Doom Guy is so cool. I don't know. I've not played Mortal Kombat. I don't even know why I'm arguing. And also, a lot of people like to make up leaks. You can find these anywhere, right? If you guys don't know what the infamous Grinch leaks are for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, I think you guys should look into that. It's pretty funny. Okay. Leaks don't have to be just software, however. As you know, like on the channel, we talked about the Nintendo Switch 2. The hardware got leaked. But I remember people tried making fake DS copies, and they were trying to predict what the DS looks like, or like the early versions of the Switch. Yeah, like the NX, right, for the DSX or whatever. Leaks obviously don't appear in video game only. They can appear in every media, books. Was there some like great Harry Potter scandal leak, or I don't know, like who's leaking books? How do you leak? How does that even happen? I don't know. Reading books is for nerds, and I haven't read a book in like years. Last book I read is probably like the Minecraft hand guide. I don't even know why I have that. I don't even play Minecraft that much. Anyways, back to the main topic at hand. Leaks in video games, of course. I generally think that leaks are usually bad for both the consumer and developers, as they can generate false hype and be a letdown if the leaks, usually the fake ones that are just fan service and want to get people's hopes up, aren't true. Now, of course, there is different types between, like, there's different types, you know, like there's leaks, there's rumors, there's fake leaks, there's just false rumors. And yeah, sometimes leaks can hold things in which they look cooler than the game. For example, let's talk about the Game Freak Pokemon leaks. As some of you may know, Game Freak, the developer team of Pokemon, got flushed. Everything got leaked. Oof. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like this is like a start of a wave of hacks or like leaks or just like internet chaos. Okay, like what happened with Internet Archive, that was pretty bad, right? Like a lot of information leaked there too. I maybe it's a coincidence of time, but it's you know, it's like fool me once, shame on me, or no, fool me once, shame on you. How does the quote go? Okay, but some of these designs look so unreal. It's hard to believe that they were even made by Game Freak. Like, this is cool. This is cool. I think it's really cool. And the lore? Oh no, Typhlosion, what have you done? No. I don't want to read it because it's a little fucked up. But I do want to preface this by saying that it's like based on some folklore, and it's hopefully not based on a fetish. I don't know. I actually didn't read all of it because I don't know. I heard it's pretty bad, but I do want to take a look at the October one because I do think there's some sort of merit in it besides the pokephilia at the beginning. But it's overall, it's about a boy who is born, you know, from a person and an octillery. It's funny because it just says they had relations. Yes, the man passed away. The kid has a sword for some reason, and he finds an Ursaring and he obliterates it. He tried slashing at the Ursaring's mouth with a sword, and the mouth was easily severed. He stabbed the eyes and the chest and killed it. He killed the Ursaring, but not just one. 30. He killed 30 bears that are almost 6 feet tall. This kid is a beast. I don't know what happens in the middle story, to be honest. I told you I didn't read books earlier, right? But at the end, he fights a bigger one, and they end up killing each other by choking them out with their own hands. I really think the only weird part about the story is the beginning, but this is actually kind of cool. Anyways, let's move on to something some more school appropriate stuff. You know, let's take a look at this. Let's look at this, guys. Look at this. This isn't so cool. All right. Wow. Look at this graph. Wow, this graphic is so cool. Wow. I know what I'm looking at right now. Yeah. Now, there are a lot of legendaries on this list, but there are more legendaries now than there is on this list. And and this is 2005, as we can see by the copyright date. And that's a year before Diamond and Pearl even came out, and a year right after Emerald came out. Here's some more lore. You know, you guys can pause this and read it if you want. I'm too lazy, but basically, from what I remember, is that humans come from Palkia, and Pokemon come from Dialga. That's crazy. Now, I know what you might be asking. Eatmaster21. I thought this video was about leaks and not the Pokemon one specifically. Hey, you're right. I have been talking about the Pokemon leaks for about almost half of what I've been saying so far. But I bring up these leaks to prove a point. Because these Terra leakers didn't just leak this lore or these messed up stories or nothing, right? They didn't just leak these, okay? They flushed Game Freak out. Everything. That includes a leaked version of Pokemon Legends ZA, or at least a lot of information regarding ZA. Not sure about the game itself fully. About half a year ago. Damn, that's such a, well, I swear I posted this video a few weeks ago. Okay. About half a year ago, I posted a video about the lost potential of Pokemon X and Y, and that Legends ZA will determine if I remain a Pokemon fan. I've become so disillusioned with Pokemon past Ultra Sun and Moon, and recently Sword Shield, Scarlet and Violet was like kicking a person when they're down. If ZA is terrible, it'll be like getting shot after being brutally beaten to death. It won't be painful anymore. No. It's just disappointing. It really is. It's just I'm tired. Okay? I just want to buy a good game. ZA is the first time Game Freak has had the time to make a proper game. Now, it's gonna be it's obviously coping. I'm coping so hard right now. These leaks give me a sense of hope that Game Freak can build a cohesive story, like what they did in Black and White. Reading and looking at these leaks leaves me with a sense of just plain annoyance and even a little dread. Why were so many things cut? In that same video I talked about earlier, I talk about how the story in X and Y is just so lackluster and missing in areas that could have been an easy home run. Like, really, there's so many things that could have been cool, so many things that actually would have been amazing to like go into depth. Like the war, I know that's what ZA is probably gonna go over, but where was this back in 2013? Where was this? This was, I doubt Legend ZA was even thought of in 2013. So after X and Y, they just wanted to leave this like there for what? How long? I don't know. It's crazy. Like in XY, it was found out that AZ was supposed to be the final boss and the secret team leader of Team Flare. And I'm assuming Lysandra was just like some head of it, or like some puppet master from who would act and do all these things, obviously, and be like a twist villain. And I think that would have been amazing. That would have been so cool. Then I saw the leaked map of Southern Kalos. Kalos. I say Kalos. Yeah, the leaked map of Southern Kalos. This was devastating. In the game, it's just northern France. So now you have the Aquitanians over here, okay? And you have the south of the country, just like here, and it's already planned out. But it was completely forgotten. Alright, let's rewind to the beginning of this video, where I talk about different games and their leaks and like all that stuff before they were released. My favorite game of all time ever made, and a game that I've played for a very long time, Terraria. Almost since it first came out. Like, I've been playing that game for years. Okay, I've played the game about, I don't know how long. I don't even actually know, but I was barely like 4 or 5 when I first started playing that game. Okay, it was like my first PC game I ever played. Okay, obviously there are other games I enjoy. As of recently, that's been the Rain World and Elden Ring grind. I love these games. These are some of my favorite games. But Terraria is just a game that I can go back to for comfort. It's a game that I feel like I can enjoy no matter what. Okay? In fact, I'm actually using Terraria to learn German, which is kind of weird because I was like, I don't know, how do you do that? I like playing the game in German sometimes, like on my school computer, you know. It's like, actually I should not say that. But in a different reality, where the leaks for Terraria never happened, and the game was released when it was supposed to, the first few builds in the version of the game would have been, in my opinion, they would have been more expansive. And honestly, I believe Terraria would have just been I don't want to say a different game actually, but I want to say
not the same. I feel like Terraria would have had larger focus. Because when the game first came out, it was largely chaotic. Not everything that Relogic wanted to put in the game came to fruition. There's also an alternate reality where the leaks were too big. The leaks were too vile. The Relogic couldn't handle the leaks, and the game never released. Now, I doubt that future actually exists, or that reality could ever exist. But it's a possibility. You know, there's infinite realities out there. Maybe, who knows? I will reiterate my opinions briefly, and more specifically about leaks before ending this video. I think leaks that show off the game before the game comes out is overall bad. I think leaks that allow pirating a game is bad. Like what happened with the Zelda game that came out. It got leaked on the internet a few days before the game actually came out. I think leaks that show beta content and cut content when the game is out is okay. I wouldn't have found out about some of these things if that didn't happen. I wouldn't have found out about these kind of banger soundtracks from the beta version of XY. I wouldn't have found out that these Pokemon look so saturated. Okay, that's what makes me so upset. Like, how do you downgrade like this? Okay, how do you downgrade like this? Like, they have idle animations. They have these dynamic. Okay, I don't know. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. Alright, I'm tired. I'm very tired. Anyways, actually, let's get back on track. I think fake leaks that spread rumors and misinformation is generally bad. Right? I think it's generally bad. I think they hurt the consumer developer dynamic and relationship, and it's usually just not good for anyone, except for like some clout. But that's it. That's not even long-term clout. That's like once you find out that's fake, you're not gonna get that clout. You're gonna get the opposite of that. So I don't even know what's the opposite of clout. Like ignorance? I don't know. I think data mining is sometimes okay. I think it's okay. I think it's usually the developer's fault for letting this happen. Like, I mean, it's the developer's fault for letting any of these happen. But I feel like this one's more on the developer side. Like, you just have this code that shows like you're adding like all this stuff into your game, and you don't think anyone's gonna see it. Yeah, please. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. Maybe press subscribe too. And well, until then. Wait, I want to wait for it to be 21 seconds. Peace!